Hello. It's time for some more streaming. So last time we worked on this rocky character right here, and we're not gonna do too much more because last time we spent a lot of time trying to fix up his proportions so they're very satisfying, which I don't know if they're quite where I want them to be, but we're not gonna spend too much time on that today. We're just going to do a little bit of fixing up here where the legs intersect with each other. And then we're going to move on to getting these textures a little bit more where we want them. We looked at some references last time, which I'll try to bring up again at some point. And we'll kind of go for more of like a brush strokey look on the surface of him. And then we'll try to put a rig on him. And I think my dog is doing something he's not supposed to, so I'm just gonna go check on him. Nope, he was just being very cute, scuttled underneath the bathroom sink. Okay. Right. So I just outlined the plan. Let's follow that plan. Oh yeah, just for the sake of redundancy, I guess. A lot of the time last time was spent kind of working out this workflow of going from some kind of boxy shape, doing a little bit of manual editing, then beveling parts to get more of like a chipped off rocky look, painting some kind of attribute on it, and then running it through this HDA that we made last time, which just takes this attribute that you put into it and does some beveling according to that attribute, and also some sharpening using the Labs Sharpen node. So the limbs end up looking like this. Then we bring it into this mirror and clip and we do an auto UV. This poly reduce part here turned out not to be too important, but oh well, now we have it. I'll just disable these lighting effects here. We don't need those while we're working. Okay, so let's get moving with the plan. First things first, de-intersect the arms, the arm pieces and leg pieces from each other. That sounds more technical than it is. All I'll do is just a bit of manual editing. Oh, we might we might see our first crash. Some Python errors. Okay. We didn't make any changes, so let's just launch a new Houdini and try again. There we go. I just updated Houdini before starting the stream, so maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe that brought with it some Python errors. Let's see. Okay, back to where we want to be. Let's grab this edit node here. Press T. Yeah, okay. Okay. we got Python errors. I think I'll try to see if it's okay to move forward and just send future errors to the console. If it's not, ooh, this is slow. If it's not, then we'll have to downgrade Houdini, maybe to the latest production build or something. Let's try to connect that again. Just also need to check that it's not slow because it's running through a lot of stuff, which it might be. Yeah, because now we're running it through the poly reduce and the auto UV. So let's maybe go up here to the mirror and clip. So from here on, it should be pretty fast. Yes, there we go. Okay, great. So let's move these guys down a little bit. What? Wrong button. M. And we got 1 point too many there. Let's try again. There we go. It could be that they need to meet halfway. So we've moved that one down a little bit. Then let's get the upper leg and move that up a little bit. Let's try to see if we can get away with moving this in. No, don't think that's a good idea. What else can we do? Maybe he just needs some kind of a knee shape. Maybe that's the solution here. I think so. I'm gonna try it. I think that's the name, patella. It's the little thing that sits in front of the knee, or like on the front of the knee. I think so. I am not too sure. And we can put that into the merge there. Let's bring that out a little bit. And then I think I also want to just take this lower leg and bring it over to the right a little bit again. We'll obviously have to do the same thing with the foot. So they're stacked on top of each other. Something like that. Okay, and then this one just needs to sit on top here. Maybe something like that. Let's try to play around with these parameters here. I think we'll leave it like that, and then we'll just grab the box, grab these two edges here, and maybe we'll just scale them in towards each other a little bit. Same actually with these two. Sure, something like that. Make the box a little bit thinner again. There we go. Sure. I mean, we're not we're not winning any design contests here, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So then we get the, see here, the upper arm. I think I just want to shorten that a little bit. Shorten it like so. And then also shorten the lower arm just a little bit from the top there. There we go. So now they're not intersecting anymore. I think we'll find when we start rotating the arm probably that they intersect quite a bit when they rotate. We'll take that when we get there, I think. Maybe we can try to push the arm out of the rib cage a little bit. Let's see, do we have any? Yes, we have 2 points here that we can potentially just move out like this. And then maybe we do need to give him a bit of a pose in the arms to begin with, a bit of an A pose. He's a strong guy now. Let's see, maybe we grab these two guys and pull them out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, maybe we need to rotate the arms a little bit so it's a bit more of an A pose that he's in. So let's see. I think we'll just merge the two arms here. Get rid of that lower arm there. Good. And then we'll add a transform node down here afterwards. And insert to move the pivot point here. And what's the, I hold X and then it'll snap, multi-snapping. Okay, so X, it'll snap. And then I'll snap it roughly here. Insert again. There we go. Sweet. Oh, and then I'll hit X to disable that. Trying to use those hotkeys a little bit more than I've been doing previously, because they can do some good stuff. It's just about actually using them, which I have a tendency not to do. Okay. Sweet. Still looking very cute. I think at some point we'll have to give him some hands, but I want to test some of the other parts of this whole I don't know, this whole workflow that we're working on right now. So I'll wait with that until later. Okay. Time for some more texturing. So we'll grab our copnet here. And I think just so we don't have to keep caching the low poly mesh, maybe I'll go in here and just run a file cache. There we go. And this is, let me see, I think static. I saved some recipes up here for the different configurations of the file cache that I often use, just so I get the path that I want it to be at. Probably should have named this, considering that it's going into $OS, but oh well. We can be sad about that later. Okay, so here we go. Here's the guy, and I was thinking that it might be nice to grab some kind of a shape. This was a recipe. Some kind of a shape, like this one. And I think we'll just do a rectangle. Like that. And then SDF to mono. All right. There. And then we'll do a distort. Like that. And then let's see, what kind of noises do we have? We have crystal. I think we'll just do a fractal noise for this. So fractal noise. Scale. So we're trying to make a brush stroke here. And let's see, maybe we just want to center it at 0 so that it goes both directions here, like that. Sweet. Okay, so that's some kind of a brush strokey shape. We could, if we wanted to, just check how it looks if we smooth it out a bit. That doesn't look too good. I think I'll try to give it another distortion, but just at a 90-degree angle instead. And then this one, I'll turn down the scale quite a lot. Like this, just to give it a bit of imperfection at the top too. There. And then I think I'm happy with this brush stroke shape. Hello, Patrick. That's a fun message. Very uplifting. Okay. So we got a brush stroke shape. So now we want to do some kind of scattering. And I guess scatter shapes is a pretty good candidate for that. Let's see. Can we just put a single stamp in? Will it accept that? Yes, it will. Sweet. And let's see, what do we have here? We have some kind of jitter. Sweet, we do want that. Angle, okay, so that's a uniform angle. Can we make it a non-uniform angle? Yes, we can. Variance. There we go. Sweet. And some kind of stretching. Cool. And then let's see. So if we add more, they just end up becoming smaller. So I guess we need to, is it this? No. Tile scale? Yes. Okay. And then can we give them different colors? Is that under color? Stamp color, uniform, variance. Just want to vary the value. It's not doing anything. Does it need to be? Okay, there we go. Yes, now we have some variation. I don't understand why they're like overlapping. I would like it if they were, or like you can see through the alpha. I would like it if you couldn't. I don't really. Let's see, background alpha. That didn't help. Let's see, the aliasing gets better if we do treat mono as alpha. So I'll definitely do that. Let's see, is it this kind of thing? Depth sorted over. Yeah. Seems about right. Okay, sweet. Nice. Okay, so I'm sure right now it'll end up looking a lot like just the same shape, but I think we'll just move forward for now. And let's see, I'll bring this into this mono to RGB here. Whoa. It results in RGBA. I just want mono, which I guess changes. Something? Nah. It's all the same. Okay, great. Sweet. Now we have this. Amazing. Let's try to grab that and plug in to this blend and see what we got. Okay. That is already much better than before. So I think we just want more stamps. Sweet. And then we probably want as well, what's it called? Cable. Is it cable merge? No. Right? Oh. Wrong one. Input cable. No. Cable. I guess it's probably just, we just want to bring it into a null and then we'll take the cable from the null. Hey, Vanity. Thank you. Okay, so we got that and then we just want, let's see here. We want to get these two guys. Well, we also want the fractal noise duplicated. Let's bring that up like this. There we go. And then if we just offset this a little bit, maybe change the element size a little bit. There we go. Those are different brush strokes. And we could even just take the whole node setup here actually and plug this in. Oh, plug this one in like that, because then we can also change the proportions a little bit. It's a bit more of a chunky shape. Okay, and then I guess we can take this cable, put it in there, and then now it's using both the shapes, if I understand correctly. Yeah. Great. Okay. There we go. Sweet. Then we can probably, let's think, we can probably do something like, we take this shape scatter, and because I want a few brush strokes that have like a kind of similar to what we have going on at the edges, that are just a bit brighter and just kind of faded on top. So I just want to scatter a few shapes. Let's see if I put that in there. I want to scatter a few shapes, but I don't want the tile scale to be very large. So it's just something like this probably. Okay. And then how should we fade it out? We could, what could we do? So if we take this distort and I don't know. I'll try this. It probably won't look all that good. No, maybe if we subtract. And then we clamp this one beforehand. We could also remap it. We know it goes from -1 to 1. Could be something like that. And then if we do another, I think if we do distort by slope, and then we already have a slope from here. Let's see if that does anything good. No, that's not what we want. We probably want another fractal noise. We'll just make the element size larger. Maybe not by slope, but just masked. Oh yeah, and we can enable the streaks. The pixel step. Pixels per step, this one. It's important too. So would you say like make it larger or make it smaller? I guess like if you make it larger, you start seeing some banding. I don't know if you can see that on YouTube, but start seeing some banding. Always set it around 100. 100 pixels per step. It's crazy. Oh, but it looks great. Wow. But you don't use streak. I think kind of regardless of what we do here, it looks pretty interesting. I don't know. I think this isn't too bad actually. I think this is kind of what I was hoping for. I don't know. We'll see if this banding is too much when we apply it. So we'll do another mono to RGB. And then we just need to grab this color from down here. Paste that there. And then we can also paste it here, but just do a little bit of a variation. Whoa, that was definitely not right. And then we can do some kind of, I think we'll just do a threshold to get a bit of an alpha. Maybe just like this. Let's see, no, that's not, no, it doesn't work. We'll do this. That's better. Yep. Okay. And maybe we want to keep this. Let's see. So then blend. No, that makes sense. I think we want to just maximum probably. Then we can increase these values a little bit so we see it more. Okay, let's see how it looks. Not too bad. Amazing. I think we'll have to we'll have to think a little bit more about how we do our UVs, because right now, of course, we have a seam right here in the middle, which isn't ideal, but oh well. Okay, sweet. I think we can take this color stuff here, or maybe we can even, let me try to see here if we can come up with something cool. Because I think maybe if we take these shapes here and we blend some noise into them, some very high frequency noise, but let's see, maybe we take a threshold, give it a bit of a width, something like that, and could be that we dilate or something. Yes. Okay, but then maybe we don't want this remap. Let's play around here. So I think it is cool with the roughness, so I do want to keep that. Don't want this remap. What are we gonna do? Maybe just increase the element size. Because it does get very bright. I don't want it to be that bright. Oh, maybe we just had to do negative values. We just had to erode. And then we're fine. I think so. Let's see. I think this is kind of a cool effect. What I'm aiming for is just a little bit of extra detail on the brush strokes. And it's nice if they're a little bit like, they have some roundings, but then they also meet in some crevices here and become a little bit sharp. Let's try this and blend it in. Maybe we just do a maximum. Yeah, I know that looks a little bit weird. I think it also needs to be, what does this one look like? Yeah, because I think it needs to appear per shape. So we could do UV map and then move that over, add the UVs from the shape, just decrease the value a bit here. So it's offset a little bit per brush stroke. If we take this into the position here, then we should start to see some differences between each brush stroke. We could even just have like added a random number from the ID, but I think this is fine too. I think so. So he's getting some splotches on his face. I don't know. That's not really what I'm going for here. So let's try to get rid of that, and then maybe we just do another blend operation here, and we just bring this constant color from down here into play again, and then we use the dilate and erode as a mask. That was better. So now we just need to dial in the detail size here, and I think we can get the threshold node back. Thank you, Vanity. Enjoy your food. There we go. Now we're getting some little splotches on him. Fun. Okay. Could be that we just want to decrease the value a little bit on these. Just a bit. Okay. So let's see, how do we... Yes, okay, like that. How do we decrease them is what I was trying to ask. I think we just decrease the center here, because then we make the noise darker overall. Yeah, so I think that's pretty interesting. Okay, so with that done, we have a bit of a setup here. Could do with a bit of cleaning up, I think. So let's try to see here. This part is generating brush strokes. So let's put a box around that. I'll just close the door real quick. Okay. All right, so this stuff here is brush strokes. Hide the background, there we go. And this here is baking. Let's see, this is a crystal noise. What are we doing with this one? I don't think we're doing anything with this segment anymore. Oh, we are a little bit. Let's not delete the whole thing. We're using that for some kind of warping. Is that on the... What's that on? Position, where does the... So the curvature goes in here. This one is like the edge color. I think we can give this one a green color because that's a thing that we want to modify later. Okay. This part, I would guess, is the edges. Yes. Looks like it is. So I guess just this whole thing here is edge damage. Put a network box around that. There we go. And here we're scattering brush strokes. Just had to check on the dog again. It sounded like he was falling down the stairs, but turns out he almost dropped his chewing stick down the stairs. Okay, this part is little dots of some sort. And then here we have some coloring going on. All right. Then with that all cleaned up, we'll continue and do a little bit of rigging on our guy. See if I can figure out the tools that we're supposed to be working with here. So I think first things first might be to get our name attribute under control, because I think if we do let's see, can we do pec? Is that pec by name? If we do a pec and then we transfer attributes name, we display this one and we do a marker text. Yes. Guide font size large. See if we can see it here. We can't. Now, why is that? Do we need to do an add? Nope, still doesn't work. Okay. Oh, we can see it here. So I would like to label each piece because we just want to capture the joint weight based on the name of the piece. So that's what we're gonna do. I guess we'll take. Should we take all the stuff here that has sides to it? I think that's the simplest solution considering I still have access to it. So I think what I'll do is just write like L underscore $OS here. And then just check in the spreadsheet. Whoop. There. Yep, it did it. And I'll just go and change that for each of them. We could select multiple at the same time. It's probably a good idea. Yep. What is this? Oh, those are the eyes. We'll have to name them. There we go. Okay. So now everything should have a good name. Yep, except the mirrored stuff is still called left. And obviously we want that to be right. So let's see, we can do this. Output them to a group. We have to run the polyreduce. I think I'll just disable it for now because we have it cached. Okay, so now we have a group that says what's been mirrored. And obviously it would be faster to just do this by hand, but let's try to think. What can we do? Name. You can rename. Whoop. And I just broke the UI of the name node there. Maybe completely? Is that right? Oh no. Probably have to restart Houdini in that case. Okay. Great. I mean, could also be crash. What? Could also be if I make a new node network pane that everything's fine. Nope, it's broken. Come on, new Houdini. It just keeps crashing. Let's see. I turned off the screen on purpose just so I don't accidentally show something I didn't want to. Let's see here. Because, you know, as per usual, I have all of my bank information on a on a note that's open behind Houdini. There we go. Okay. Yes. So we don't actually want to do any namings. We just want to do a rename. And can we just do this? Yes, we can. Okay, but then we need to do it by group. I don't think that's what this does. Is it? No. I think we would just want to split the mirror group. Like that. And then we merge it back together. This doesn't seem quite right, because then now we're basically like changing the vertex order from up here to down here. I guess we'll just go through with it. We'll do a fuse. So now if we do an exploded view, yes, nice. Each part of him is a separate piece. That's good. Let's see, isn't this what we want? No. I guess we have 17 unique names. So we want 17 different pieces, and this does that. That's good. So I guess if we do exploded view now, we still see the same thing as before. Yes. Great. And just to verify, they kept their names. Yes, they did. Amazing. Okay. Now I don't know if there's a smart way of placing the joints where we want them to. I guess you could go on a per name basis, right? And then like define some kind of rule for where we want the joint to be. Because for example, like for the arms, we just want the respective joint to be like at the top of the shape. Whereas for the head, probably want it to be at the bottom. Same with the chest. I think for now, just as a proof of concept, we will not do that, but we'll just make a skeleton node, and then we'll start placing some joints. And I think this might be a good time to put him in the correct place in the scene. Because we want this front, obviously, to be the front. And we want him to be sitting on the ground plane, standing on the ground plane. And then we want to see Tommy next to him. That's fine. That's all good. Okay. So then we'll get the skeleton node, start placing some joints. This center of gravity thing, I guess we'll just, let's see, I want to get some grid snapping here. Place that there at first. Whoa. I need to get the hang of these hotkeys here. So it's G for tweak mode, F between modify and create, and then H for the transform handle. And then I want to be in modify. There we go. Okay. Great. All right, and then this next one, that's perfect actually, right there. That's great. And then the head, almost perfect. Just want to move it up a little bit, like so. And let's see this. Need to get the names up here. I think we have the, what's it called? We have this animation rig tree. Yes, nice. So then if I select this and lock or pin the window on the geometry spreadsheet, now I have a list of the names of things, just so I make sure to rename them properly, and then we can fix it up here. So this is hips, chest, and head. Sweet. That's the center line part of the skeleton. We'll do another skeleton node. This one will be the arm. Let's see, I think we just want to trying to place things well here. Okay, so we want a straight line, right? So maybe instead of the skeleton node for now, I'll put down a line. And then I'll just place this one correctly. Something like that. Yep. And we'll just get another point on it. And then we'll go skeleton. Yep. Sweet. And this doesn't have any, doesn't have any orientations yet. Is it possible to just see if we just do 2 points? Can you control? Nope. No. That's not how it works. Okay, there we go. But this is the same result as before, right? We still have, yeah. We still don't have any useful orientation to deal with. So what's the best way? I guess we what does orient joints? How does that one work? So you define a reference vector. It's the one that points towards the child. You define an up vector. Okay. Sure, seems good. Because then I'm expecting that we can grab this thing, this elbow joint here. No, not with an edit anyway. Can we do it with the skeleton node? There we go. Took a while. Okay. There we go. If we do that type of thing. And we just want to orient them again, I guess, after we've done that. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere with this arm here. I'm sure there's a much better workflow. Anyway, we have an arm. And we should be able to rename stuff from here. So we do left, call that upper arm, like that. And then this is left lower arm. And this here is just like the left wrist. Cool. Okay. Great. So now we have those two bits. Now we just need a leg. I'm guessing we can just follow a similar process. Although hopefully we made the leg such that we can just draw a straight line through the whole thing. So I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, we sure did. Something like this. Take this and move it up. Take this, move it down a little bit. And take this and move it up. Like so. And we could even just add another joint here. Is there any way to ask it to be a perfectly straight line? Don't think so. I don't think it's necessary to add one more. We'll do without it. Okay. So let's give this skeleton some names. Oh, it's not updating. Why not? Guess we can name it from here. Left, I guess we called that the upper leg, yes. This will be the left lower leg. And this guy down here will be the left foot. That's the leg. And here I'll just say this is the arm. Then we get these guys, and then we do a parent joints. Like this. And wait, oh, not like that. Like like this, I guess. I guess it would be good to get something in between, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, so one thing that we got a little bit off here is this center line. The head has been moved forward a lot for some reason. So let's just bring that back in. I just want to snap it to the grid. Like that. Cool. Okay. And I just want to get to a point where capture pack geometry. I just want to get to a point where we have the geometry captured before we end for the day. Skeleton in there, and then the geometry in here. Oh, not a rig pose there, a rig pose here. There we go. I would skeleton mirror before capturing properly. Probably. It's a good idea, Philip. That's a very good catch. Very good catch indeed. There we go. Left with right. And now somehow we have a point number 12 that doesn't have a name, and that's because the center line has been duplicated as well. So I guess we just want to add name equals like that. Okay. I kind of figured that it would understand that since you know, like since you're putting in the tokens here to find, that those are also just the ones that it'll mirror, but oh well. Okay. Thank you for the help, Philip. Bone deform doesn't work. Missing bone capture attribute. Capture by attribute. Let's turn that on. Let's see if we got anything worthwhile. Yay! Haha. We can move our guy. And as I suspected, many intersection issues. But that's all fine. Oh, wait. wait. Okay, there we go. But that's all fine. The important part to get to today was just being able to move him. Something went wrong over here. I didn't use the mirrored part to capture. There we go. Oh, and the orientation on the legs is all borked. So let's get an orient joints here on the legs. I guess we don't want Y to be the up vector. We just want Z to be the up vector. Then we have a consistent orientation there. And we're probably running into the same issue here. So let's do that as well. There we go. Now that should be much better. One thing we also didn't do is we didn't add a little bend to the knee, which I think we'll probably be happy that we did next time around. Oh, and let's do tweak mode. So tweak mode is, as far as I know, tweak mode is supposed to just take the joint you currently have selected and not move the child, but I guess you do child compensate. Then I'm not sure what tweak mode does. Well, anyway, a little bit of a bend in the knee. There we go. Yeah, it's for the IK chain, so it has like a bit of a direction to point the second joint in. But yeah, this seems all good. Yeah, pole vector direction, exactly. Oh, and that was the point name visualizer. Okay, great. Can we do this? If we unpack him. And then we see, oh, that's a bit of work here. But let's just do it quickly. Would be a nice note to end on. Oh, it's not a bit of work. We're only using base color, right? I forgot about that. Okay. There we go. Copy that. Copy preview material. Okay. That's not quite right. Did we lose our UVs? Yes, we did, but that's obviously because we didn't get them from here. See, I think we just want to do like that. Maybe even like this, here, and here. And now it's upset. Why are you upset? So you're happy here, but you're upset on the next step. You're upset here. What are you upset about? Low resolution geometry is packed. We don't want packed geometry. How dare you? This is a bit of a mess. Yeah, so I don't understand how it figured that out. I guess it also didn't really figure it out. So somehow the auto UV is skipping the arms? Why would you do that? I think we can safely do this type of unwrapping as well, because we just care about like each plane having the same UV island. I don't think we care about much else. Let's try to see now. There we go. The eyes didn't get captured. We could do just a manual capture for now. And then we take the head joint. And somehow that didn't seem to work. Does the fusing get a little bit confused with the eyes? Maybe? I think so, yeah. I think so. I think for now what we'll do is just move the eye a little bit forward so it doesn't sit inside the head. Then we'll give it a proper solution next time or something like that. Okay. Like so. Let's try again. Nope. Still not happy. Why not? You have a left eye, you have a right eye. And if we split those, what do we see? The eyes. So why not? Do we just need to, can we copy this and then capture packed geometry here? Like that, will that fix it? No. Interesting. What is going on? Is the head not being registered as the head? Could do like this, name. Oh, I guess not. because they're packed. It's so annoying. Head? Yeah, the head is being registered as the head. Why would you do me like this? Hmm? What are you playing at? Very mysterious. So this only moves the eyes, but not the head? What? Why? Is this... is this joint not named head? It should be. Point number 5? It's point number 5. It is named head. Then why are you failing? Do we just need to... do we need to unpack it here? I mean, you should be able to just run it on the packed geo, right? Like this, that would be absurd if that's the problem. Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, I just did that, Philip. I just made a new one. I can do it again, but I don't think it'll make a difference. Now we're just seeing nothing. Oh, that's because we're... yeah, fair enough. Unpack. Yeah, see, it's still just the eyes. Well, I think everything else seems to work just swell. He's a funny guy. I don't know, like this could just be a viewport issue. Oh, and now we crashed. Typical. I'm just trying to end on a good note, and all we're getting is crashing. No, it wasn't just a viewport issue. God, dang it. No comparison to day one. Yeah, that's true. That was a lot of crashing. So I guess if we look at this and we see... yeah, so we can even see here that the head hasn't been captured to anything. Which I don't understand, because they are sharing a name. But for some reason it just hasn't been captured. Is it because it doesn't sit inside of it? Why is it? If we do this, will it then work? No. Does it need a child? Like that? Is that it? No. Why? Oh, does this part, maybe this manual capture, it overrides the existing capture. So we could do like this. I guess so. Yeah, I guess it's because this thing overrides the automatic capture. Okay, well, fun. I guess we'll get the patella as well. And we'll put that on the lower leg, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Oh yeah, and then and then because we're doing a manual capture, we have to also do this. There we go. Okay. Can you do this? No, right? No, because then it doesn't know what to do with it. So we actually have to do like this. This is very painful. I'll have to fix that up next time. And then this is an R. Okay. Sweet. Are there any parentheses missing on the head capture entry? Nope. I don't think so. I mean, I guess to be consistent, we would have to do like this, but I don't think Houdini cares. I think it's the same thing regardless. Yeah. But I mean, the head is working now, so it's just because these manual captures seem to override the capture by attribute, which is a bit unfortunate. Like for the whole joint, I guess it's like then it uncaptures anything else, which is weird behavior, but I guess that is on purpose. Have the hips also not been captured? Oh. Wait, what? I didn't do that on purpose. What? Let's get rid of that. Delete it. I don't know how I did that. Okay, there we go. That's fine. That's better. Sweet. I guess there's a viewer state on this. Was it this? Okay. Okay, so you can, well, I mean, that makes the workflow a bit nicer. You can click a joint and then a piece of geo. Okay, sweet. That's pretty good. Get rid of these. So I could have done that the whole time. Anyway, this is where we got to today. Did a little bit of modifying proportions, did a little bit of modifying textures, and Let's do like this, so it's set up the same way it was last time. We can also add a grid. Look at our beautiful guy. And yeah, then we made a rig. Or we made a skeleton, not a not a rig. We made a skeleton. So I think the goal for next time will be to run him through some kind of auto rig thing. I haven't played around with that stuff a lot, but I think we'll do that and make him animatable. And then at that point, we'll probably start to look a little bit at fixing up some of these workflows that we have going on, just thinking a bit about what should come first, what should come next, just so we're not just stumbling our way through. I would eventually like to play around with rendering him with some toon shading as well. So I think that'll be pretty fun, but I don't know if that'll be for next time. Kind of depends if I if I get to the computer fast enough on Tuesday. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for joining. I will see you next time. Bye.